hacer esto y enseguida estoy contigo. We know that, on the whole, the world at that time looked on in hope at all these amazing new technologies, the achievements, the sudden political will, and all that competition driving things forward, and the idea of becoming an interplanetary species.
I'd give anything to have been around in those days. What they did, the bravery, it's like, it mattered, you know?
Well, we've known it was wrong for so long. Well, some of us have. And you didn't listen. None of you listened. And all of this could have been, well, not avoided, but did so many people have to die?
Well, yeah. And if there is one consistent human failing, it's letting our ambition blind us. But I think it's unfair to say that the leaders at that time had some nefarious agenda.
What we're doing now, we do because we have to, but they could just look forward and say, we will reach upwards. We will get there. And they did. Should have been impossible.
Who are you referring to, specifically?
Thought you were asking me about the first colonists.
No, just that's what some of the other interviews have talked about. We're asking what was the most important moment in becoming an interplanetary species?
Right.
And what can we learn from it, given the current circumstances?
Okay.
The real researchers, not your mainstream stooges, but the real researchers, put the core incident at 1969. That's when it happened. Now we know what that incident was now because, well, we're all here, but nobody knew at the time. And then it was the mid-21st century when the free thinkers really started to take notice.
I think it was the mid to late 21st century. That is when we were still acting, not reacting.
I think by any measure, the most pivotal moment in human history, and in so many ways.
I think that is the moment that set everything else off.
If I had to point to one sort of touch paper event, I'd say it was the pre-fall Mars landings.
But we've known since the moment Fal came along that something wasn't right, something just didn't add up. And some people have known for longer than that. But they've been shut down, they've been silenced, nobody listened to them.
I mean, where would we be without that arms race? That is the only reason we survived.
I suppose they genuinely thought this was progress. And it was. They just didn't know where they were progressing towards. I cannot blame them for not knowing where their actions will lead. Because it's not like there is a precedent to this.
And it was crazy is that everyone had been partying and celebrating this amazing achievement like it's big technological revolution, but they had no idea what was really going on.
But they couldn't have known where it would lead. Could they?
Editing in progress.
Look, I don't blame Fal at all. I think they were genuine. I think they did what they thought was right. Not noble, but...
Even if we knew what was ahead, even if we didn't, if Mars had never happened, or Fal, Gemtech, if it weren't for their work, or that bravery.
It's like everyone was saying, oh, the whole world's come together, the whole human race has a common cause, but it must have just seemed so hopeful. And then it all just fell apart.
Look at the O'Neill report. All the pressure that brought. And then a sudden space race and national agendas, and Mars was all but inevitable.
Those Martians, those first proper Martians, they saved us all. They had no idea how important that decision would be. No idea how that would mean just had no idea. I'd say they were the bravest people in modern history. Just that choice, that impossible choice, led us to where we are.
Maybe billions of people would still be alive if they'd been given the chance to say no. Look, too few people wanting too much power. It's that blind need for progress that's killed us.
Who said that? Truther.
You mean us? Are we dead? The human race? Is it finished?
I don't know. I honestly don't think anyone can say right now, but I hope not.
I'm still alive. You're not dead. Neither is she.
So many people.
A lot of people are.
You don't think I know that? You don't think we know that?
The human race being divided into nations isn't a cause of our tribalism. It's a symptom. Unity as species, if such thing is possible. That comes from learning how to manage that conflict and use it productively.
Look, the truth is out there.
Ignore the camera.
Don't let them lie to you. Don't let them cover it up.
We told
Survivors have made logs, and we've uploaded them, and you have to find them.
No, we retrospective.
No, look, why would you ask me to do this if you're just going to cover? No, look, the legacy files. Look for the legacy files.
Just one more question. Are there lessons that we can learn from history, any of our history, to prepare us for what's happening now?